Hello everybody, my name is Luchara, and this is Mad Games Tycoon 2. Another episode of my hard mode Let's Play. We are currently researching console development. That's a big one. Last episode we released Super Luch Heroes 3, so we're making some of that. That's coming right up. And in the last episode I also built this room to make arcade cabinets, but I couldn't figure out how to make them because I am dumb, because it is right here. And also we can port games over, which I think we're going to do. But right now, we're kind of waiting for this engine work to be done. So I think I'm just going to get them to do a little commission work just to stay busy until this engine is done. They're doing commission work. They have commission work. What about the sound team? No commission work there. All right. So let's take it off pause. Waiting for this engine to be done. Okay, engine is done. No, engine is done. So we're going to make a brand new game here. We are not going to do an arcade cabinet yet. Because what I want to do is I'm going to make a brand new game here. We're going to go fighting. And we're going to go, what works for fighting? Karate, martial arts. Go karate. Do you want a subgenre? Action, maybe? What a subtopic. Karate and martial arts for adults. We call it Punch Club. Go in size A. Yeah, let's do that. There's our punch engine. We will go personal computer. Byte 2, Pretendo. What is out there for Macintosh maybe? Should probably start making games for that soon. We'll buy it. I think we will just go with Commodore C63 for now. We will start working on the Macintosh here soon. All right, so that's all good. It's our first game with primitive physics level 3. Words are hard. All right, so we don't know where these sliders are supposed to be for fighting games. We will just leave them there. We'll turn on everything relevant, which is, it's quite a few. A couple things that are green too will help. And actually, you know what? Let's turn all these on anyway. Get some experience in them. We don't get much value out of it, but we get some. All right, so let's improve the graphics. Oh, they're occupied. Let's improve the sounds. They're still working on console development. Marketing team, so let's do a marketing campaign for Punch Club. Start it with radio. And they are going to port a game. We're going to port Barbarian Arena 2 over to being an arcade cabinet. All right, so B+, so we could actually change the size. We could go up to A, but we're not going to. Strat engine. Arcade System 800. So this engine isn't up to date, but that's fine. We're going to roll with it. We cannot change these sliders. Okay. We'll just turn everything on that's relevant. So I'm assuming this stuff that's not turning on is stuff that, like, password saves wouldn't make sense to have on an arcade cabinet, right? So I assume that's why that they're, like, blacked out, darked out, whatever. Wow. Your fans are happy about the port of Barbarian Arena 2 on another system. The game gets the current hype of the original game. Nice. Alright, so my question is, can we improve gameplay? Oh, we can. Oh, okay. I was kind of, in a way, I was hoping that we couldn't. Because now this isn't going to be good, right? Because we're going to be waiting. Unless we just kick it out. Okay, so, Barbarian Arena 2, we are sold out. That's not how I thought porting would work. Whoops. All right, so can I make the arcade cabinet yet? No, I assume need to finish the actual porting process first. So let's produce some more Barbarian Arena 2. How many has it sold already? 271. How many did we sell last week? Got like 6,000 orders there. So let's make like 60,000. Couple deluxe edition because we are almost sold out. Try that. See how that works. Fashion icon is no longer selling, so we can pull that from the market. Hey, it made money. I had low expectations for that game, and it did enough. It did enough. All right, take it off pause. There we go. Ooh, Punch Club. During a spontaneous brainstorming session with your staff, some good ideas for your new game were born. Developers immediately got to work and implemented some of these ideas. Yeah, so it's not good having both of these being worked on at the same time, because our graphics team and everything can't do much, if I'm being honest. Oh, Barbarian Arena 2 lost some music points. A piece of music for the current game resembles too much a hit from the charts. To avoid a lawsuit, this piece of music was removed. That's good. We don't want to get sued. We do not want to get sued. Oh, that's going okay, though. Alright, so... Ooh. Strat Engine 2. Oh, somebody used it. $500,000 for me. Nice. Alright, Punch Club. Let's do one more radio spot. Get it up to 40. Just the max you can get from radio spots. And then we'll probably do at least one TV spot. Oh, another engine sold. So we're making good money off selling our engines at this point. Oh, these people are just kind of standing around. Oh well. Alright, so we don't need to market our arcade cabinet because it's already at 95 hype, right? So let's do Punch Club. Let's do a TV spot. We might do 2. We'll see. But we'll do 1 for sure. You know what? We need to expand. We need more graphics people. Ooh, all-rounder? Talented. Talented is good, though, too. Graphics person. Is there any sound people out there? There's 2, actually. Alright, so let's see. Hopefully I can fit 2 more workplaces here. 1, 2. And we can fit 1 more game tester. Nice. Unstressable's fine. Alright, so hopefully they can kind of finish Punch Club and then switch over to Barbarian Arena. We don't want the port to be crappy, right? And they're still grinding away on console development. They're doing customer support, but there's nothing in the queue, so let's cancel that. Do a fan campaign. Let's do a studio tour. There's a lot of bugs on Punch Club, but they're working them down there now. They're on their last thing. All right, so they're done. So let's cancel polishing, and let's move over to Barbarian Arena. There we go. It kind of sucks because we're not really going to be able to polish this, but it's fine. Bugs are almost gone. But we will be waiting. Is there any more graphics people? I think I hired everybody that was there, right? Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Alright, so we're going to cancel polishing. Switch over to Barbarian Arena. You know what? I think I'm just going to do the first 4 things. We won't do this one. So we're going to skimp on this a bit. Oh, that's a lot of research. Barbarian Arena 2 was sold out again. So let's do that many again. Yeah. How are these doing? Oh, 19,000 left of driving sim. We might have to make some of those too. That's fine. We can do that. Continue development. Still got work to do. Alright, so there we are not going to polish. We are going to improve gameplay. Just going to do the first 4 because we got to get through these and get these bugs gone. Alright, so we might as well Finish Punch Club. Oh, wow. Look at all the stars. That's good. 73 hype. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that just yet. Let's do some special marketing for Punch Club. Do a beta demo. And then a pre-release for press. Yep. Pre-release for press. 8 extra hype. Beautiful. And yeah, now we can finish development. Self-distribute. Let's go with the color manual. Give myself 2 weeks as per usual. Karate, martial arts, fighting. That's our first fighting game, so I'm not expecting a whole lot. Okay. Maybe I should have expected a whole lot. 83% is pretty good last I checked. It's not amazing, but I'll take that. Alright, so let's do some special marketing for Punch Club. Let's publish a demo, see if we can get the hype up even a little further. And then what? How's this coming? 43%. So they're still grinding that out. So how many copies of Punch Club do I want to make? More than 60,000. Let's look. 348,000 copies of that. 176 of that. 80,000 of that. Super Lucha Heroes 3 is not selling very well. Let's do an update for that, see if that helps. Kind of disappointed in Super Lucha Heroes' sales. But I'm pretty sure we can assume we're going to sell at least 100,000 copies. Right? I think that's a safe bet. So let's go like that. 138,000 total? Sure. So the sound team is almost done working on this. They're about there. They're there. Okay. We're in a pretty good spot. Alright, let's go with a large booth. Go Super Lucha Heroes. Go Punch Club. And let's pimp up the old arcade cabinet. 6 extra hype. Beautiful. Alright, so they're polishing now. And they're on the last thing. And they still have a thing to do, but they have to bug fix as well. Alright, so now what do I want to do? So Barbarian Arena 2 is being ported, right? But does that count as releasing a strategy game? Like, will I have bored fans if I put out another strategy game? I'm curious. Oh, and you know what? I should probably make some copies of Driving Sim before I forget, before it's too late. Not that many. About that many. Yeah, that should work. Alright, so what type of game do I want to make? How much longer is this the trend? Only for 4 weeks. So what's the next trend? Fighting game. Barbarians. Okay, well, we're on top of it. Strategy and sandbox are not popular. Alright, let's do an update. For what? Driving sim? Sure. Alright, so they're on their last thing. They're bug fixing. They're done here. Yeah, we can do a pre-release for press. Yeah, you can put them back on support. They are half done with research and console development. Oh, could you imagine if I had a smaller research team? Alright, so Barbarian Arena 2. It's going to have a 3% better review. Alright, so I want to... You know what, let's just update an engine here. Let's update. Engine update. I think so. No, it's not. Alright. Let's update our old Dragon engine. Alright, so we are almost bug free. And we're bug free. So let's finish development. Oh, you can't. You have to self-distribute. Oh, geez. Okay, what's happening here? Oh. Case. screen, input device. Sounds smart. So let's jack up the input. Let's jack up the screen. We'll leave it at 1,000. Try that. Still make 500 profit on each one. I have no idea how many of these are going to sell. This is my first one. It is not possible to change the quality of the components later. Okay, that's fine. Tadu is upset. That's fine. We don't need you anymore, Tadu. Okay, so it does get a review. Oh, 86%. I'll take it. All right, so now I assume we have to actually make it. Yes. Okay. All right. But we don't have to stock them. It just automatically sells. We make them to order type thing, I guess. Not really sure how that works. All right, let's do these game reports. What other engine do I want to update? I need this trend to tick over here. Fighting game barbarians, as we knew, but the question is, what else is reasonably popular? Platformers, basically. God, there's not a lot of things popular. Role-playing games have not been popular for a long time. I guess I could make a role-playing game and try to, like, make a really good one and make it be the trend. Could try that, I guess. All right, let's update the platformer engine here. Or is it up to date? Almost. All right, so let's jack this up to 100,000. So here, let's just do commission work. What about here? We'll try to do some commission work. Nope. What about here? Nope. Okay, that's fine. Oh my god, it's taking forever to do this console development. All right, so as soon as this engine is up to date, we're going to make a platformer. That's the plan. All right, so how are we doing for sales here? All right, so we're well stocked there. We're well stocked there. Overstocked there. Pretty good there in this. Okay. So I'm curious. I really hope we make money off this Barbarian Arena 2. So I guess, okay, so as the orders come in, they just keep kind of grinding it out. Interesting. All right, so jump engine is done. So let's make ourselves. Let's try a new one. Get a new property going here. Platformer and action. What would be a good platformer topic? Old Jump Dragons? Jump Dragons it is. Capitalization is key, Luch. Alright, so we'll go teenagers. And jump engine. Personal computer. Nintendo. Byte 2. And I think we're gonna switch over to Macintosh now. I know technically the other one has more users, but this Macintosh will overtake it eventually, so I'm just trying to get ahead of the curve, so to speak. And let's buy some new copy protection. Probably should have done that a game or two ago. That's fine. All right, so 5, 5, 5, 3, 5. Actually, let's all right, Super Luch Heroes, where are you? Let's copy those design settings. All right, now let's take a look at the letters and adjust accordingly. Oh, not much. More beginner friendly. Too much for core. Let's do that as well. So we know they're not correct, right? Actually, let's do that. Try that. See what happens, right? Turn everything on, which is a lot of things. All right, Jump Dragons it is. What do we want to do here? We want to do an update? Can we do an update for Barbarian Arena 2? We can. Oh, let's do Punch Club though instead. And here we will improve gameplay and improve graphics. And of course, you guessed it, some high quality sounds. And then let's do some marketing campaign for Jump Dragons because this is a new, not a sequel for a change. It's good. It's nice to get a new property out there every now and then. Oh, I guess Punch Club was a new property as well, and Driving Sim. So we've been pretty good for not spamming sequels lately. A little better than we used to be anyway. All right, so yeah, as the orders come in, they put them out. All right, I think we'll make money off that eventually. All right, so this seems to be going pretty well. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna add a second production room though. So how wide is this one? 6? So let's try. Making it by 5. Will that be big enough? It will be big enough. Okay. Really won't let me put that last one in unless I take snapping off, huh? That's odd to me. All right. So how are we doing here? Let's make it a little more Punch Club, I think. Yeah, we'll make about that many. And Barbarian Arena 2 is almost off the market, but that's fine. If you still want to buy it, still want to play it, you can go to your local arcade. Right? Alright, so let's do some marketing. Jump Dragons Radio. Beautiful. Alright, so they're freed up now. What else is reasonably popular? Not much, right? Venture, action, eco sim, normal sim. Let's update the eco sim engine. I feel like it's been a minute since we updated that. Yeah. Well, sound is there, so it's not completely out of date. Just somewhat out of date. Alright, so let's do one more radio spot, and then we'll switch to TV. And we'll probably just the one TV. We'll see. Maybe 2. I think that is for the last week of sales for Barbarian Arena 2, of course. Console development's getting there. It's going to take pretty much this entire episode. But we'll have it done. Alright, so let's take Barbarian Arena 2 off the market. Just this one, not this one. 7.7 million profit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And this is getting close to being done. This is close to being done. Well, maybe not close to being done, but you know, Punch Club's selling pretty well. Let's do another update. See if we can keep that going. Alright, so they're already bug fixing. So our QA team's on the ball right now. They're polishing. Okay, and they're polishing. So we're actually waiting for the development team right now. Now, what do we got here? Best graphics. Did not get best soundtrack. Or game of the year. Oh, Big Penguin. Big Penguin did it to me. They got me. Oh, we are now a well-known game company, though. That's nice. Look at them just hammering away there. Alright, so they're still working on marketing. we want to just punch this out? We want to wait. I'm going to wait, get a little marketing done here. Do that special marketing. Oh, Punch Club is sold out. Didn't I make some extra of this? Apparently not enough. Did say it was selling pretty well. And I don't think we really need a whole lot of special editions. So we still have 5,000 special editions in stock. Oh, we are done with the console development finally. All right, so let's grab this. Oh, we still gotta research all this stuff though. So it's gonna be a minute before we actually make a console. But let's research everything else first. All right, so let's do special marketing for Jump Dragons, release a beta demo. And pre-release for press. Nice, 9 extra hype. Start Engine 2, wow, 1.3 million. Awesome. I'll take that. Every day. Alright, so that's done. So let's ship this. Self-distribute, of course. Let's go with a color manual and a sticker. We don't want to do too much though, right? Because the deluxe edition comes with all this stuff. The collector's edition comes with all this stuff. But it's nice to kind of... So I'm just going to do the color manual. Because, I mean, why buy the deluxe edition if the standard edition has most of the stuff in it anyway, right? Alright. Come on, be good. There's a lot of platformers out there already. Oh well. I mean, it is 1986. This is the era of platformers. 91%. Awesome. That's what we want to see. Alright, so... See if there's any commission work here. Oh yeah, a couple there. Let's do a game report here. Let's do commission work here. No, of course not. Of course not. All right, so let's make some Jump Dragons. It was 91%. I feel like it's gonna sell fairly well, right? I don't know. That's that's how I'm feeling anyway. Feeling good. And what do we want to do here? What's our next game going to be? Right, we just did an ecosystem. So we want to do an ecosystem next? Let's do an update. We can update this. Yeah, let's update this. Let's update the old arcade cabinet. That's cheaper to update too than one of our normal games is. So that's, you know, good to know. Any commission work? So I kind of want this engine feature to be done before we do our next game. And let's do some special marketing. For Jump Dragons. Let's publish a demo. Get a demo out there. Get it out on the street. Any commission work over here? Alright, so we're going to need to do a console development room soon. But, oh my god, so much research to do. I thought an 8-person research room would be plenty big. But maybe it's not. Maybe it is not. I don't know. Alright, so let's update this engine. Said we were going to do an eco sim, right? Let's get this advanced 8-bit sound on the go. In the meantime, what can we have these fine folks do? Let's do another Punch Club update. It's still selling fairly well. Okay, driving sim can come off the market. Could have came off the market a while ago. Also, remove console. Okay, I don't have any consoles. So arcade cabinet games would still be here, right? Yes. Driving sim. Yeah, he made money. That's all that matters. And Super Lucheros is... Oh, we are going to probably need a few more copies of that. Not a lot. Not 200,000. Definitely not 200,000. Let's go with like 25,000. Sure. Yeah, no, I like that. I like the looks of that. Alright, so hurry up. Hurry up, you. I'd like this to be done as well, but I'm not going to wait for it. Do we want to advertise for something that's already out? Let's do market research. Get some new market research going. Alright, so they updated that engine. Oh, Punch Club is sold out again. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set Punch Club to automatic. There. We don't have to worry about it. It'll make some when we need it. Alright, mini games done. Not going to worry about voice output. I'm going to just get this ecosync on the go here. New? I think we should do a sequel. I haven't done any sequels lately. Right? I actually did 2 new IPs in a row. I know, it's crazy. So there's fashion icon. Can we sort by genre? We can't. Where are our ecosims? Oh, that's the only thing we can make a sequel for? Is that our only ecosim? I guess so. Alright. Well, Fashion Icon 2 it is. Alright, so personal computer. Byte 2. Pretendo. Gosh, it hasn't caught up yet, but I'm confident it's going to catch up. Alright, so we got brand new sound coming in. Yeah, I guess we must have only done the one Tycoon game. Old fashion icon. 50, 20, 10, 20. Okay. And let's check the letters here. See where we can prove this. Lots of letters. Too short, more depth, more core. And then innovation. Too much violence, too easy. Too much violence, too easy. Innovation. So let's move down. Probably here. Here. I would say. Yeah, let's try that. I know it's not going to be perfect. Or probably even close to perfect. But that's fine. Oh, I waited for mini games and it doesn't even apply. Well, we're going to turn it on. Because I'm stubborn like that. Oh, we need controller support. Sorry, Pretendo. Alright, so let's approve gameplay. Let's improve graphics. And hey, guess what? We're going to improve the sound as well. I know, shocking. What's it at? 35 pipe? Alright, so let's just do a TV spot here. At least one TV spot. We'll do that for now. Alright, so they're working on that. Once they get this done, we can start actually researching the console things. Once we get those done, then we can actually make a console. Maybe, possibly, hopefully, someday. Let's update the adventure engine. Old Quest engine, it's been a while. I feel like, yeah, it's been a while since we updated that. So we're just going to call this Quest Engine 3. And it's going to be for personal computer. And you're going to have to pay $100,000 if you want it. Beautiful. All right. Fashion Icon 2, I have faith in you that you're going to be good. Don't let me down. Oh, thank you for the 1.7 million for using Dragon Engine 3 Plus. Beautiful. Money's coming in pretty good there now. How much is it for this? 22-ish million. We're getting there. Shouldn't be too much longer. Alright, so Fashion Icon 2 is coming along pretty well, I think. Let's, Ooh, I like this. Lucky. And they're talented. Oh, but I like this too. Alright, we're hiring them both. I don't think I have space for them. Oh, I do have space for them. Huh, look at that. Would you look at that? I'm going to need a bigger development room soon. Just FYI. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build probably a 16-person development room down here once we get this space. Maybe should I build a training room? Anyway, I was planning on building my console development room here. I don't know. It probably doesn't need this much space though, right? But anyway, all right. So they're done. So hardware or console features? Like let's do console features first. Yeah, we'll bust through those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a 16-person development room, take our main team out, put them in there, obviously grow the team. Then we'll take the backup team out of this room, put them in here. Then we'll tear down this room and make a giant QA room. That's the plan, at any rate. Remaster has been unlocked. Nice. Wouldn't it be a great idea to let an old game shine in new splendor? Fast money and happy players. Well, that seems like a win-win. Right? Fast money and happy players. I mean, why wouldn't I, right? Alright, so they're working on backward compatibility there now. How's all the sales coming here? Alright, so my arcade cabinet is now profitable, which is nice. Punch Club is very profitable. Super Loot Heroes 3 is getting towards the end of its life cycle. Ooh, Jump Dragons is kind of selling fairly well, so let's do an update for old Jump Dragons. Maybe even 2 updates. Who knows? Atari 7800 is on the prowl. Continue development. Do we want to do... Yeah, let's do another TV spot. I know it costs a lot, but we're polishing, we're bug fixing. Oh, game developer legend. Oh, we got multiple game developer legends. Yeah, I know there's no seat for you, but that's fine. Ooh, hardware and engineering legend. We'll probably move him over to the console development once we get it. If we ever get it at this rate. Well, we got a little bit of money out of that engine. Not much, though. Alright, so we're polishing everywhere. They're doing advertising. Alright, so let's push this out. No stars, but I think it'll be fine. We're not going to put any bonuses in this one, though. We're getting skimpy on this one. Tadu's getting upset that I'm publishing my own games instead of letting them do it. I'm sorry, Tadu. Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry. Too bad. Come on, 85+%, please. No, 79. Yikes, we're struggling with eco sims. I mean, that's not terrible, but it's not great either. Let's produce. We are not going to go too crazy. Wait, that's pretty crazy. There, that's better. I don't think it's going to sell all that well. Only 79%. It's kind of yucky. Anyway, that's going to be all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully in the next episode we can start developing actual consoles. It'll be soon though, obviously. We're just going to keep grinding it out. Oh, and actually, you know what? Can I get another desk in here without ticking everybody off? I mean, if I moved this stuff, I could get another desk in here, obviously. Yeah, it's going to look goofy no matter where I put it. Now, the question is there a research person I can put there? There is. They get sickle up, that's fine. Alright, so that'll help hasten. Oh, no, now it's crowded. Anyway, there. So, I just want to say one quick thing before I end the episode. I don't know why it's still crowded, but basically, see how it says 11 of 10 here, but what'll happen is, so one person will just be walking around with nowhere to sit, but as soon as somebody goes on break, that person will fill that desk. So it just means, so having one extra person in the room isn't a bad thing necessarily, because it just ensures that your seats are actually full. Anyway, that's going to be all for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Next one will be coming. Hopefully some consoles. Be good to each other. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.